Go, Spike.
Last time on Fabula Ultima Z, the Rotted Peace. The group went with Armand to the meeting hall of the Council of Culligan, talking about the affairs of Jersea and who would be taking over what duties at what times. When the meeting was unfortunately interrupted by two of Culligan's new aligned parties, members of the Empire, the Rot and the Beast. Unfortunately and fortunately for us at odds, the event.
Oh, fuck me.
I know. Hold on. I
The ooh voice stays on during sex.
I hope not. The meeting went sideways while Cyrus and Atlas were trying to keep Armand's tempers in peace. And Atlas was busy calling everybody at the meeting a bitch and asking, why are we putting up with this shit? Because it clearly is not peace. It is literally just subjugation. Aldel came in, slinging fireballs with Lancius driving the raptor cart. And with the room not being 30 feet in diameter, we begin in combat. As the Beast and the Rot look at our intrepid adventurers and say,
"Get 'em, boys!"
Okay, so here's the thing. At the end of that episode, the Rot and the Beast, you met the Beast, who has a very different philosophy when it comes to how he's going to secure treaties with outside nations. Where the Rot likes to get in and make it more of a, peaceful transition, convince the powers that be to give up power and accept the Empire's dominance in government. The Beast, he follows a lot closer to his namesake. He just kind of takes what he wants by force. This led to him and Dorian having a bit of a heated exchange at the table when he first made his appearance. It was very apparent that Dorian was not pleased to see the Beast, and the Beast is definitely not happy to see Dorian and does not think highly of him. After some words went back and forth, the Beast called for his personal soldiers to attack. Dorian responded in kind, and around the table, the different heads of the mercenary companies with their captains and lieutenants responded by drawing their weapons, and you have a bit of a standoff going on around this table between the Justicars, the city guard, the different mercenary captains, their underlings, you guys, and the Imperials.
It's just a bunch of Spider-Man memes pointing at each other.
Yeah, that's actually surprisingly accurate.
Looks like we got ourselves a Mexican standoff here, boys.
Oh.
So I assume we're killing them?
I'm gonna try.
I think we're killing whoever is not trying to kill us.
All right. So I guess the question, Eric, is what is the general thought? Is everybody just waiting to see who moves first?
That's kind of where you're at this exact moment. You can see the Beast. He's getting visibly agitated. Albel, you know of this person. You don't know him directly. You never had any direct interaction with this one. And the one thing he's not known for is his patience. And he is one of the most, if not the most, bloodthirsty of the Emperor's captains.
I feel he's angry because the roids shrank his balls.
Yeah.
I think I did see there were people
That
in the
would
ranks
make
that were on
sense.
that.
All right. At this point, I think Lancius is gonna just kind of speak up and be like, "All right, who's with us and who's against us? Because we're about to kill that guy."
So I just look at Lonzy's like, holy shit.
Which one are you pointing at?
I'm pointing at the beast. We're about to kill
Okay.
that guy.
So he
Wait,
looks,
whoa.
So he hears you say that. He looks over, and he was previously ignoring you. All of his focus was on Dorian.
Oh,
And he just does that kind of just slow head turn. And
Aw.
you know what you notice about him it's quite unusual. Now you have some experience dealing with nature magic and all of that, like, and different creatures, but you notice his eye it starts to transmogrify from, basically a humanish looking eye, and it takes on more
I like
of
that.
a bestial, like, predatory cat eye. The pupil goes from round to slit. The iris takes over a lot of it, and the sclera like completely disappears. And he points a finger and he's like, "Fine, he's the first. Get him." And his Imperials turn and they advance towards you. Okay.
Oh.
He starts to take this stance and he's just muttering and spitting and just being a general menace. Like, you don't know, it looks like he's losing his mind. This is where we're going to have our first instance of working with a clock. There are going to be 6 sections to this clock. What is happening here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is happening here is the beast is charging up an attack. While he's charging this, his different features, his ears, his nose, his mouth, you see them all start to contort and change. You have options here. We'll remind you how combat goes. When there's a villain on scene, you get fabula points. There are 2 villains here. Dorian's here, and the beast is here. So you get 2 fabula points for this right off the bat. If you haven't already recorded them, add them to your sheets. Okay, so villains on scene. It goes enemy side, player side. So the enemy goes first, then the players go. The beast is not going to be part of the direct attack. He is an objective enemy right now. Each round, somebody can work toward the objective. This objective has a target number of 13. You can do an action to try and interrupt the beast's transformation. Every time you do this, you will prevent the filling of the clock. If he successfully gets all 6 slices of his clock filled, which at the end of each turn, that clock slice fills. So at the end of this turn, 1 slice will fill. If you don't interrupt it. The next one, another slice will fill. So on and so forth. Give me 1 second.
I know that Atlas normally takes on the big boy in the battle, but I think this time we really should give it to Lancius. Let him have his moment in the starlight.
Boy, about to start shooping the whoops here.
If all 6 sections of this clock get filled, he will unleash an ultimate attack, which will do ultimate damage.
No one had dinner that night.
You might survive the attack, you might not survive the attack. But remember, this is Fabula Ultima. Just because you go down to 0 hit points as players doesn't mean you die. You have the option to, yes, die if you want to. But you can also surrender as well, which just means you have other consequences to deal with. Which very well in this situation means capture by the Imperials. So,
Okay.
that's the stakes here. Now, 1 person, multiple people can do this action, but the clock action is 13.
So, are there other enemies?
There are other enemies. There are a lot of enemies.
Cool.
But again, I'm not cruel. I'm not going to have you have to get attacked by all of them at the same time. What you're going to see is some of the enemies, like the beast brought like a dozen people with him. The Rot's got like a dozen people with them, and then you have all the different mercenary companies, and there's like a lot of those. I didn't count how many mercenary companies came, but I'm going to pair them all off, and that's all going to happen in the background. There's going to be a lot of fighting that's going to be going on in this room. The side with the most people at the end of it is going to be the winner of it.
Thank you.
So,
Nope, close the door.
the actions that you need to do in order to interrupt the beast are going to be physical in nature. You're going to need to have to hit him, and that's going to be the 13 is the required number for that.
Okay.
And if one of us hits him once, it stops the clock.
It stops the clock for that round. Interrupts it.
All right.
I'll look down at
Alright.
Launtius and I'll say, "Well said." I say, "We'll keep you covered. Get him, kid."
All right.
All right.
All right. So do we just have him on us then, or
No,
do we have
You
other-
have an equal number of enemies as well. He's not on you. He's in the background doing this thing. So what you have is
Okay.
2, 3, 4. You have 5 soldiers bearing down on you right now. So this is going to be a hard encounter with an objective in the background.
Okay. I am gonna go first.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna spend 10. Oh, I'm not. Oh, they go first.
They go first. The enemies
Whoops.
go first in the event of a villain being on scene. So
He was too hyped.
let's do this again because we haven't had combat in a little while. Albel, Lancius, Cyrus, and Atlas. Each of you, I'm going to start with Cyrus because you are on that side of my screen for Discord. Pick a number between 1 and 4. 2.
That's the golden number.
Spike.
Sorry, boy. It's gonna suck.
Spike.
I'll take 3 so that I can be close to my boy. I want to inspire him not to get mugged by zombies.
All right. Tara.
What was just picked? Sorry, I'm trying to.
2
and
and
three.
2 and 3 have been picked on the D4, so 1 and 4 are left.
4.
4. And that leaves you, Steve, with 1.
I'm a number 1.
All right. So this is for who gets attacked in the combat. Because I do it 100% randomly and in the open. Tara, do you need to log into the...
Just getting there.
Okay. There you are.
That's exactly what I was
There
just
she is.
doing. Ah.
All right. Number 1. Who does number 1 work for? That's Steve. You're getting attacked. All right. Saul.
Say, "No, he
me?
ain't. No, he ain't."
Me.
He is going to get attacked.
Let's see if they hit me before you do your thing.
I don't think they do. 5?
No. Surprisingly, no.
Okay. They're swinging a we'll have them have battle axes. The beast's people have axes. That's a brutal weapon.
Just wall up to him.
All right, players.
We just stand there menacingly.
All right. I'll go first. I'm gonna spend 10 magic points to make my bow attack multi.
Okay.
So that is gonna be a. Where do I find the rolling stuff? 10d10 plus 2. Boom. It's gonna be a 13. With multi, do I roll 2 hits or do I just roll 1 and it hits 2 people? I can't remember. It's been a while.
Neither can I. Let's go
It's not
ahead.
named multi, so it's just 1.
What was that?
Okay. So that was a 13. One of them was aimed at the guy that swung at me, and the other one was aimed at fuckface.
Okay.
I got my book up. It says when you perform a melee attack, melee or ranged attack, you may spend mind points to choose one option. The attack gains multi 2 or multi 3, but it's just one attack gains the multi factor.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, one is going on dumb fuck that shot me. The other or swung at me. The other one's hitting the big boy, the beastie motherfucker.
Okay.
Tickle, tickle.
Damage.
Damage is
7.
going to be
High roll plus
21 points of damage.
Oh damn, that's significant.
That was my dragon trap bow.
Ah.
My new toy that Albel made me.
Okay.
Did I hit him?
You hit him. So that's gonna. He seems a little stunned. Like it's not like stunned, but you can see like it interrupted what he was doing, and he's going right back to doing it again.
That's all I got.
Okay. And it was 21, right?
Yep.
Man, this pen is going downhill really quick. All right. Still got plenty of health on them. All right. So that was one of them. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Next one is going to go. Oh, wait. Got to figure out who it's going to go against first. 2.
Cyrus.
Oh,
Does a 9 connect?
no.
No.
It's against my defense, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a 17.
Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
It's like, come on, stop trying to hit me and hit me. Oh, can I make a? Do they have to hit me so I can do that thing?
Counterattack?
They do.
Okay. Player.
Yeah, I have to lose hit points.
Got it.
I will take that. It's like I'll take the next one. And after that guy just misses me with his axe, I'm just gonna bump him with my shield. And that is. Oh, I should roll it on here actually. That's not good.
7.
But I have this Shadow Strike. Oh, that's what I wanted to do, Shadow Strike, but I don't know if I can do my attack and it, because it says I do Shadow Strike as an action, but then I get a free hit on it.
2 seconds.
So does that just mean I get the one hit?
That's your Dark Knight ability, right?
Yes.
Dark Blade, Shadow Strike. You have learned to channel your vital force into attacks. You may use an action to perform a Shadow Strike. Roll your current might die and then lose that amount of hit points. Equal number of hit points. Lose that amount of hit points equal to the number rolled on your might die. If you didn't reduce your hit points to 0, you may perform a free attack with a weapon you have equipped. If this attack hits one or more targets, it deals extra damage equal to skill level plus the number rolled on your might die. However, all damage dealt by this attack becomes dark damage and its type cannot be changed. So that would just be your attack. You'd have to roll your might die, figure out what you were going to lose as far as hit points, and then you would do the attack.
Okay.
So it takes place. It's like an add-on to your melee attack.
If I do that, I mean, this time reduce. Okay, I don't add that too. So I think I just missed that.
So you rolled a 7. Who were you were attacking? Just one of the Imperial guards? What were you attacking?
Yeah, just the guards, and just one of the guards in front of us.
Okay, yeah, that did not break the armor.
That's all I can do.
All right. And that brings us to an enemy next. All right. Enemy is going 4. Hey, this is actually
Aldo.
That's me.
This is spreading this out pretty evenly this time. Normally it's all Cyrus all the time.
You had a firm talking with your dice that they can't do that anymore. You
3.
don't want to get canceled.
Yeah, right?
It's like, listen, I'm trying to be in crisis all the time.
I don't think
3
a
doesn't
3.
touch me.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think 3 touches you. All right.
Man,
Okay.
this new guard sucks.
It does. Really quick, Cyrus, have you gone yet?
Mhm.
Okay. Atlas, you've gone?
I have not.
Okay. Do you mind if I take this one?
Go for it. I'm
Okay.
currently eyeing and snickering at the rot.
Oh, then I've made the right decision. She's gonna take a look at Atlas out of the corner of her eye, bump him with her elbow, and I'm gonna use 2 inventory points to pop a Magisphere open and hit you with acceleration.
Ooh, I got haste.
You got
Sweet.
haste and an extra turn, technically, or extra action. Bend the fabric of time. Until this spell ends, the target gains the ability to perform a single additional action during each of their turns. Once the target has performed a total of 2 additional actions granted by this spell, the spell ends.
All right.
And I think that's all I can do, so...
That's your action.
Yeah.
All right. Next one is going for number 1.
Lancius again.
Oh!
8.
No.
Oh.
Let's go.
These guys can't hit for shit.
No, they can't. And I'm not going to beat them up.
Looks like the Imperium's new guard ain't quite up to par.
These are what I designed. They're playing as I designed them.
The dice are evil today.
The dice.
Don't
are
worry,
evil.
they'll turn on me at some point.
The dice giveth, dice taketh.
That is true.
All right, player.
That'd be me.
That'd be you.
Oh.
Tapping my spear on my shoulder while just walking literally across the table towards the rot. Well,
Okay.
well, sunshine. We meet again. Let's talk about that peace you so offer. And I'm going to use my Spellblade 2 to instill my weapon with flare,
Okay.
allowing me to do an absolute shit ton of damage.
Oh.
He's aggroing another enemy, guys. He's
Yeah.
aggroing another enemy.
So I was
We're all
gonna say,
gonna die!
if you do this, this will bring the rot into combat with your group.
I don't
That's
think he's
what
going to live
fabulous.
long.
Okay.
That's what the fabula points are for.
Remember,
well, he's the rod.
He did escalate.
Yeah.
Who, Dorian?
Yeah. He escalated from the
He's stronger.
from the keep, so he is stronger than he was before.
He did. So let's find out if he's still weak to fire.
Okay.
This dipshit's gonna be the final boss. He's gonna go Kefka on us.
That is an 11 to hit. Sorry, 12 to hit, because I got a +1.
That is not going to do it.
No.
In which case, can I burn a Fabula point to...
Reroll.
Which one? dice were lower.
Mm.
I'm going to re-roll the D10 because I'd have a higher chance of getting a higher number on the D10.
Okay.
And I'm going to inspire the hatred that I have.
Oh, I'm gonna burn through those then.
Oh,
Well, still didn't hit.
Nope.
That's I was only on a fumble. So I didn't think we
violence.
could just. I think we could just do it willy nilly.
Okay.
Oh no, we just get it. I
Okay.
misunderstood what that said.
So
I'm
you.
going to.
Okay. Go on.
I'm still. I'm going to burn my second attack on him as well.
Okay.
Flare again.
That did
14,
connect.
15 to hit.
Yep. That
Which
connected.
case that's 10's my high roll, which brings my damage total to 35 fire damage.
Okay. He is not weak to fire this time.
Good to know.
Oh.
You singe him quite well. He doesn't look that phased. Like you definitely connected. You definitely did some damage, but this isn't like the first time you fought him. This is a little different. And you noticed that right away when it didn't take like the massive amounts of fire damage he did the first time.
Not bad, me bitch.
All right, player side. Not player side, enemy side. We're going back to the top of the round. All right, the beast is going to let out a guttural scream. His face is going to contort and change, metamorphosizing into that of a lion.
Oh, so that didn't stop the clock.
He's not doing the attack. The attack is what's stopping the clock.
Gotcha.
It's not going to prevent the transformations, but it is going to stop them from going off, the attack from going off.
All right.
So, unless you guys want it to be the other way around where it stops the transformations entirely.
No, I'm good with this.
It's either
Yeah.
okay, I was going to say it either stops transformations or stops the attack from going off.
He is a boss monster.
I don't
so
want to
that
get
could
hit
be
with the
better.
attack.
Okay. Well, I just figured the transformations add a little bit of flavor to the scene as it's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Tastes
So
just like raisins.
So it's still going to be an enemy side, and because we had Dorian come in and Spike absolutely wanted to fuck with him, we are going to have him do some kind of attack, and it's going to be a spell right at Spike.
Ooh, I'm getting targeted.
We're going to do an actual target
Yep.
here, kind of a response to your a response.
He's not even targeting my character. He's targeting me.
All right, he's going after
You
Atlas.
personally.
He's going
He's
after
about to transcend the
Atlas.
game and kick me in the dick.
That's the ponytail. He's mad about it.
All right. So, 1, 2. Boop. Does an 18 get past your magic defense?
It
Jesus.
does, and it procs my counterattack.
Okay. But first, before we resolve your counterattack, we got to resolve your damage situation. This is going to be an interesting spell. Where did it go? You are going to take 20 points of damage plus half of your level.
Which is 4. Boop. Okay.
So you took 24,
Uh-huh.
and your counterattack goes off.
Can I do a +1? Hell yes, I can. Let's go.
Looking for a 13 or higher.
That is 9. I'm going to use another Fabula point, drawing on that hatred again to reroll that 10 because it was only a 2. No, I only want to reroll 1 10. Because the 8, I think, was actually fairly decent, wasn't it? It was a 6. You bastard.
That does not appear to be successful.
It was not.
I think it's actually the same number.
No, it's one higher.
Oh, okay.
So now instead of a 9, it's a fucking 10.
All right. Enemy side. We're going to do a response. For number 2, who does number 2 work for?
It is me.
Damn!
Does a 17 connect?
17 is my thing.
17
Does
is your
meets it
thing.
beats it?
Meets it, beats it.
Yep, meets it, beats it.
Meets a pizza.
Mhm.
Uh,
They
let's-
hit me.
They hit you. They do that plus that. So high roll was 9 plus 14. That is... What's 9 plus 14? 13, 23?
23. That's a lot of damage. What is that? Can't do that math in my head. What do you say? What I say? 23,
23.
45. Don't think I'm in crisis. Crisis is half my total.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, not yet. But I will. I think my thing is painful lesson. That lets me do the this check. Yeah, I can do a study action.
Study action. All right. So study is insight plus insight on an open check. Open check
my
means
insight.
depending on what you roll, you get information.
No, no. Oh, that's what's happening.
Yep, you got to roll insight plus
Sorry.
insight.
No, I'm clicking on too many things.
Oh,
On Ultima. Or not on Ultima, on the thingy thing.
what'd you get?
As a 4.
You learn nothing. So the way
Dice
study
are-
works is you roll insight plus insight, and on a roll of 10 or higher, you can learn either the rank, species, maximum HP, maximum MP, 13 or higher, traits, attributes, defenses, magic defense, or affinities, and 16, all of the above, plus basic attacks and spells.
I'm not even gonna. Well, can
You
I
won't remember
burn
that, but-
2? Yeah. Can I burn 2 and re-roll though?
You can just burn one.
You
And
can just burn
reroll it.
one and re-roll it.
Well, one of them was a 1, the other was a 3. So if I
Oh, no.
roll
You
1,
can...
it gets 6.
I'll allow you to burn one fabula point to re-roll both die if you want.
Oh.
Although
Okay.
that one is technically a fumble die,
Oh, true.
and I don't think you can re-roll
I agree.
fumbles.
I get a plus. Oh, I don't know if that I don't know, but
That
I know I
can't
get
remember.
I
You know
get
what?
a fabula point.
Let's just re-roll it.
I know I
anyway.
get one.
Let's just let you do it anyway because it sounds cool.
It's even lower. Fantastic.
But you're spending those fabula points, and that's experience.
I am. And then I'll do Indomitable Spirit. Whenever I spend a fabula point, I get a benefit. I get skill points. But I don't think I said we haven't used any skill points. So I'm not quite sure. I don't know how I expend those. The SLs.
Skill level.
Oh, that's how many levels you took in that. How
Yeah,
many
it said-
times you take that ability? You can take it up to the star
That
on
little-
yeah, that's SL. How many times you've taken it?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's
It says I recover those. but I don't lose those, right?
Indomitable.
No,
what is that from?
What's it say?
It's in the I think that's Guardian.
Guardian.
Getting
It's in
there.
Guardian or in Fury. It's in Fury.
It's in Fury. When you spend 1 or more Fabula points, you get an additional benefit. Choose one option. You recover skill level times 5 hit points, or you recover skill level times 5 bind points, or you recover from a single
hit
Fabula
points.
of your choice.
I'm so sorry.
So you
It's
took
my
some
hit
damage. You could say what's your skill level in Indomitable Spirit?
It's just 1.
It's 1. So you can get 5 hit points back.
Yeah, I feel like I'll do that now.
Yeah, that's triggered every time you use Fabula points. You automatically.
I'll do that
get
now because I do want to go in Crisis, but I don't know if I want to go in Crisis right now. I feel like if I get one shot, or I feel like if I get hit the wrong way, I'll just go down.
It's possible.
I'm always angry.
But that is my turn.
Okay. So we're gonna have players, an enemy go, roll.
Or no, I think that I got hit.
Oh, that's right. You got hit. That's right. You got hit. So it's player turn.
All right.
You want to take the shot? Take the shot.
Here. All right, I got this. We're going to do multi again. Spend my 10 mind points. We're gonna do that D10 plus a D10. Whoops, that's not a D10, Steve. Come on. We're gonna roll that. No. Gotta love computer programs, people. 15.
15
Yes, I
hits.
see. You gotta take the shot. You're the only one that can
One
hit
of
it.
them, one of them is to the Beastie Boy, and one of them is to the guy I already hit.
All right. So that knocks that down.
And so that is going to be 24 points of damage. Lancius is on fire tonight, people.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
It's all right.
Just hit everything with his bow. Just what?
We
Hawkeye in this
protect.
bitch.
We protect. He attack.
And that's my turn.
Okay. That is that enough to put this particular one into crisis? I have to double check that because I don't remember if that is crisis or not. Well, I do know if it's crisis. I can't remember if anything happens on crisis. Oh, it's not quite crisis yet. Okay. All right, so you hit the beast, and you see some of the energy he was storing up is dissipated. So he's doing this transformation. The energy, he's got crackling energy forming around him, and every time you hit him, that crackling energy disappears. It's no longer there. Top of the enemy goes and is going to hit number 3.
That'd be me.
Number 3. Boop, boop, boop. That is a 9.
Meat.
Quoi?
That meats.
Meets and hits. Meets a pizza. High roll was a 7. 7 plus 14 is
21.
21.
We'll step in to protect.
And I'm assuming 9 does not.
That is not it.
Yeah, so the axe comes down, just bounces off your armor, your shield, wherever you want to have that happen.
My friend is preoccupied at the moment. You'll have to face me instead.
This particular Imperial Guard has something you'll notice about all the beast soldiers is they all have some kind of animalistic feature to them. Each one's slightly different. Some of them have pointed ears. Some of them have fangs. Some have claws in their fingernails. Some have, the eyes.
Do they have that insignia that we found?
All of them, even Dorian's and the Beastmen, are both wearing the Imperial signet.
This is that. Okay.
Something else you'll notice is some of the Beastmen are fighting some of Dorian's men as well. In the background, you all do notice that, along with the other melees that are happening in this hall.
It is a firefight.
So we will definitely let them exhaust each other.
All right, that's going to bring it back to player.
We could theoretically run and let them wear each other out and force the beast to chase us down into the city. Because we know the beast is going to win. We could even make him fight us on the stairs.
We
could draw him away.
But number one, I don't think Armon's going to run. And number two, we're leaving basically the entire council of Jersia here. Now that they're watching that we're right, and we're going to retreat and leave them be after we were the ones who started it off, we're going to get brands on our heads.
Not my problem. It's not technically our problem. We won't be able to stay on this island continent thing anyway after this. So here's what I'm thinking. If the beast chases us, because we do seem to have his attention, then Dorian's men will follow him to fight him, not the council. So we can technically save the council if we can get them to follow us. And if we get them out of here and into the main part of this tower castle thing, the actual guards for the building can get into the fight.
So not a retreat,
No.
more of a tactical retreat.
Yes. It's get the hell out of this room so we can get more combatants in here. If we can turn this into a blind melee rather than just us versus them, we can get everybody confused as to who's on their team. And once everybody starts turning into monsters, there won't be any question. Like the whatever guard force that this building has, they're just gonna start shooting monsters because who wouldn't?
Also, if we think about the casualties that these monsters will do on the guilds, it's probably going to be a lot.
That is true, but they did sign up for it.
To the GM, what side are the guilds fighting for currently?
It's a bit of a potluck. Some of them are. So here's what's. It's a mess in here, right?
I think we're all just fighting.
Yeah, so some of them are very obviously fighting on. So none of the guilds are fighting for the beast. That is 100% known. Like, he is brand new to the scene. He's got no allies here. However, some of them are fighting against Dorian, and some of them are fighting with. And that's it. Yeah. And even Dorian's men, some of them have protected some of the Justicars.
What is the likelihood that cutting the head off the snakes will have value here? The guild leaders, whatever, that have turned on everybody else that are fighting with Dorian or the beast, like on their side. If we kill their leaders, will they stop and get confused and basically put a wrench in the works of the melee?
It could be dicey.
Okay, so I'll add to this. Yes, that could work, but I will tell you that the guild leaders, I do not have stats for them up, but they're not on equal footing with you. Like, you are basically, it would basically be like trying to fight Goku. Like these are the best of the best
shit.
in their classes. Like these are not
Got it.
run of the mill soldiers. If you've ever watched, I don't know, Black Clover, where you have the head of the different guards, or Bleach with the captains from the court guard squads, or
Not a shonen fan.
yeah, I mean,
You said Goku, so I'll go get a bowl of ramen and be right back,
Okay.
and the problem will be solved.
It'd be like the difference between
Okay, I'm kidding.
the guild
Okay.
leaders are like professional boxers, like heavyweight champions.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And you guys are kind of like, not amateurs, but you're in the cruiserweight division.
Damn, I should have taken a pistol. You can shoot somebody in the back of the head, but
It's like, yeah, we're not ain't shit,
Okay.
but we're not quite shit yet.
So I have two options on the table right now, and I'm gonna put this to the party because if we don't tactically retreat to move the melee out of here, then I'm bringing the ceiling down. I'm gonna throw lightning bolts everywhere and bring the ceiling down on top of all of us.
That sounds fun. Do it.
Right. I was like, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad
I'm
at
a
that at all.
guardian. We gotta make sure that Cyrus, you and I should be fine theoretically. But Atlas and Lancius are the ones I'm worried about because if I can trap the beast underneath a chunk of ceiling for a couple of turns, we can both do that and tactically retreat and get back out here. I mean, just going out into the rest of the building is one option, but take it out into the streets and see what happens down there.
I've got a Fabula point, and thanks to my dragon boots from Albel, I have a free attack. So if I use my Fabula point to change the scene so that when you bring down the roof, I grab a hold of Lancius and soaring strike the furthest piece of ceiling tile, that would drag us both out of the battle.
We'll be here
Don't get me
holding it
wrong.
down.
Landing's a different story. I know I can land myself, but carrying a Lancius, I don't know how well I'm
It's going to depend on Lancius if you have any spells to help with that.
or a Fabula point.
Nope.
It's like, I do have some Fabula points. I have some
I
ideas.
have
got Fabula
Fabula
points.
I got Fabula points. And I was
So-
intending on
so-
using the points to bring the ceiling down.
So we're running away?
We're trying to
No.
lure him away.
It's not an actual runaway. It's luring the soldiers and the guild leaders out after us.
On top of the fact, this battle, from what we understand, is won by who has the most in the end. And bringing the roof down is going to do an awful lot of damage to an awful lot of people on both sides.
Yeah, and here's the thing. It's guaranteed to not kill the beast and Dorian and get both of them to focus on Albel right away. So they will probably chase us.
Okay, so the roof of this thing, you guys are in. It's a big roof.
Mm-hmm.
You're in a big building.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, it could take some
Well,
time
just
to
the
dig out.
particular, just the ceiling in here.
Okay.
Yeah, just the ceiling in this room. I'm not gonna try. I'm not summoning Rama here, so.
Okay. I'm also curious, like, I gotta remember, like, this is a multi-story building, so there's gonna be shit upstairs. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There would
Summon
be
Adam.
damage going on.
Just bring a sofa, waterbed.
So there would be collateral damage to you guys from
Yeah,
that.
that's the hard part.
I think I'm gonna rule this as I think I'll use the ritual rules. Not ritual. There was environmental damage.
Okay. I hope this works. Because it should also mess up his clock.
Yeah, it'll definitely mess up the clock. Okay. So damage and protection. Sooner or later it might want to do something. Okay. Determine the damage or healing granted by an invention. I'm gonna put you guys at a level 10 area. I'm gonna rule the ceiling is gonna be, since you're only doing the ceiling above you, and it is a multi-story building, and there's stuff upstairs. Like it's like furniture. It's nothing like
Oh yeah.
it's not like a weight room or anything. You know, you're not gonna be
No.
getting hit with boilers and shit like that.
Oh no, I made the DM thing.
Yeah, no, it's like furniture and bookcases.
Yeah.
and
It's
stuff
like a
that.
water bed with people on it, a couch, maybe
Yeah.
a fish tank. I don't know.
Yeah, like
One dot.
Somebody's stereo.
stuff that would be in a bureaucratic office building.
So definitely the
Wild.
water bed. Got it.
Yeah, they got JFK working here.
Yeah.
So
No,
at level
promotional
20,
material.
so I'm going to say heavy damage. It's definitely not massive damage. It's definitely not minor damage. And they only give you 3 categories, and that's heavy damage. You guys aren't level 20, but you're not level 5 either. So level 5 is 30 points of damage for heavy. Level 20 is 40. Let's split the difference and say 35.
All right. Cool.
But that's 35 applied to everything below it.
Oh fuck.
That's you guys. Of course, you can. We'll do something for damage mitigation.
Going to crisis, baby.
How about your armor will absorb that amount of damage, since this is environmental in nature and not an attack. Does that work?
Yeah.
Whatever your defense, like standard defense rating is a damage reduction that you'll take. Does that work for everybody?
Yeah.
Works for me, yeah.
But everything on the field, all the officials, the guild leaders, the beast, the rot, everybody else is going to take 35 points of damage.
Yeah. I'm literally looking at this going, we can kill a couple of guild leaders and a couple of bystanders, or the beast and Dorian can kill the entire city. So. Ugh.
Yeah, but it's definitely going to color us in the eyes of Culligan.
We were already colored, was the thing.
Yes and no. Honestly, in a situation like this, I feel if they were that willing to why they weren't going to be good people regardless.
Mm-hmm. If it makes you feel better, Spike, Albel can be the one to take the fall.
It's
Singularly.
It's not like who's taking the blame.
Mm-hmm.
That's absolutely fine. It's more the amount of face we can save. Atlas was looking to try and change their minds. And then I think one of the final phrases that ended up happening, which was, so he wiped out a couple of common folk guild leaders. All right, so we'll decide on a tribunal if that's the thing, but we're still going to align with the Empire. And at which point in time, it's like, cool, the emissary who you're working with is killing everybody, and you're okay with this, even though that's really your first coloring of the Empire. Might be time for these guys to go.
We can try something. I'm gonna try a little something on my turn.
Do you want me to?
Made me. No.
I
Definitely,
can put off mine.
No. This is it's actually better.
Okay, I do want to make sure that everybody in the party is okay with that before I do it. Thumbs up if you're okay with me bringing down the ceiling.
Yeah, I'd say go for it. I'm always up for chaos.
All right. Then I'll take my turn then. Albel is gonna look at Spike, probably still glowing a little bit from the spell she hit him with. She's gonna look at the beast and then look over at Dorian. Take a step forward. And just kind of make sure that she catches their eyes for a moment and goes, I think the 3 of us all know that this isn't about taking over the world. I don't know who you think you're fooling, but it's certainly not me. I burn my bridges while I'm standing on the motherfucker. And she brings down the ceiling 3 bolts of lightning, because it can go up to 3 targets, or up to 3 creatures, straight to the sky over the chamber.
Bring it all down.
Okay.
Bringing the house down.
You do that. And I'm going to, because I can, burn an Ultima point, which it contributes to your guys' experience as well. So somebody mark that down.
Already on it.
And Dorian's going to, like, as he sees the lightning crack up out of your hand, and he's like, oh shit. He doesn't have like the oh shit look, but he has the oh shit look. You know, the cool guy oh shit look. The that sucks. And he's just gonna step backwards and disappear in a puff of smoke.
That little bitch.
That's his entropic magic right there
You
on full
punk ass
display.
bitch!
And the ceiling is going to rock and fall. I mean, big ass chunks of concrete, wood, beams, whatever this thing's made out of, it's coming down. We settled on 35 points of damage. Everybody in the room is taking 35 points of damage minus their armor, their defense rating, as kind of damage mitigation. That way, I mean, I want to give you guys some damage mitigation. All right.
And she is, as it's coming down, she is still standing there staring at the beast. Like, hand in the air, everything. She's a little serious about her crazy.
After all of the pieces of the ceiling come down finally, you all have to dig yourself out of the rubble a bit. This isn't too terribly difficult for you. None of you are pinned underneath anything massive. But you manage to claw your way out of it. It's dusty, it's loud, your ears are ringing. It's not really loud in here, it's just your ears are ringing from the ceiling coming down. There's screaming, there's all kinds of things happening. You notice that all the Justicars that were standing in the back row, anyone that was left in the room, all the Justicars are meat paste of some variety. Their bodies are mangled and pinned up underneath chunks of this, underneath the ceiling, underneath furniture, like everything. Like you accomplished your task. A lot of the soldiers from the enemy side are down. Dorian's soldiers are, well, the ones he brought with him are down because, well, they're undead and the controlling factor of the magic's no longer there. They reverted back to their puppetless state. But all the Justicars squashed. Many of the guild leaders squashed. Armand is in terrible condition. He's got a big ass gash on his head, blood running down his face, getting in his eye. Some of the other ones are just starting to dig themselves out, and you can see sticking out of some of the rubble, just kind of, through a hole in it, the beast's hand. And it's the beast from his vambrace that he's wearing. And it's just sitting there kind of just motionless, but a finger twitch here and there.
I grab a frying pan and finish the job.
I was gonna say, like, all you see is his hand. That's all you see. You have effectively stopped the scene for the time being. Everything is stopped. You are out. You have seconds to decide what you are going to do next. But as of right now, Albel, you are the reason why all of the Justicars in this room, including the High Justicar, are now dead. Colligan is rudderless.
She stands up on the pile of rubble that was on top of her, and she is looking at the meat paste, and it's just like silently starts just tears down her face, and she turns and looks at Atlas and Cyrus and Lancius, and she says, "Grab Armand, run. Get downstairs. He's not dead."
The scene was painted a little differently than I imagined.
What were you?
I was ready for this.
I thought if we were likely okay, then they would be like a little more okay.
The guild leaders
But-
are okay. The ones that survived are coming out. You have, we'll say, 2 minutes before you have. You got 2 minutes of stuff.
The Justicars are basically commoners. They weren't.
Hmm?
But, I mean, again, they started it. We finished it.
Oh, yeah, the stuff disappeared on Twitch.
Got it.
No.
Momentary glitch.
We
There it is.
yeah. Lancius is just gonna like knock arrows on his bow, and he's just ready to finish killing the beast. That's what he set out to do to begin with.
About this time, you're knocking those arrows. Your brother claws his way up from underneath one of the beams. He just kind of like stands up, and he's all shell shocked at the moment, looking around.
Ionthus, if I were you, I'd get out of here.
What did you do? What?
I had a roof get collapsed on me.
I'm going to spend a couple inventory points and recover my health and magic.
Okay.
With this going into crisis, can I make my bond of hatred for the beast?
Yes.
I will also spend inventory points and throw a potion to Armand.
Potion. Glug, 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 glug. Head wound stitches up quite a bit. You start noticing a lot of the other guild leaders starting to work their way, worm their way out of this, out of the rubble. Some of them were more buried than others.
She's
Can I
not. She doesn't
use-
look shell shocked, but she's got that deadly, like emotionless look on her face after everything that she's done. She's gonna pull Armand out of the rubble and then like shove him towards you three to highlight what she said about running. And she's gonna turn and she's going to basically stand in front of the pile of rubble that the beast is buried under and just wait.
Atlas is going
Staring
to walk
at it.
up and grab a hold of Elbel and toss her back and go, follow your own advice for once. If you're going to tell people to run, then run.
She
As for
socks
the-
you in the jaw.
Just absolutely straight.
She
Take it.
haymakers him in the face.
Just takes it.
That's fair.
Can I
Still gonna-
use a fabula point?
Mm-hmm.
My provoke skill has kind of gave me an idea. I
Okay.
Ooh.
kind of want to use it as like a reverse to not necessarily rally everybody or whoever has survived, but to kind of make them see
Oh, he's making a
Num-
pun
Yeah,
in chat.
huh.
Oh, nothing. My husband is making puns in chat.
I was about to make a bit of a speech to try and rally the leaders too, so that's where this is going.
Pretty much, because I want to, obviously, mercenary group leaders. We are here. This is clearly the people here have not our interests at heart. You see, one has run. Whoever was following him, Dorian, has let his rot infect whoever decided to take his side. And it's left you all to the wayside. This beast wants it all for himself. We're going to take him down. And it's like, regardless. If you all want to run, then go ahead. Go ahead and survive. But we're at war. So either pick yourselves up and run or help us.
An entire building fell on most of it. Strangely, that was later than
Cut out.
your Justicars, corrupt as they were, are dead. The man who you stood yourself behind has fled you. and a monster lays beneath this rubble. Only the strong remain. You want this to remain your home. Steel yourselves and push it out.
I put a hand on Owlbell, and I look at her, and I say, "This is not the time to be fighting amongst ourselves."
And she looks at you, and in that moment, the emotion returns to her eyes, and they get hard as like cut glass. Dead serious. Then leave me to die. Let me handle him. Get out. I have a lot to pay for.
Pay for
And
it with
she's
your
gonna
life,
prep.
not in your death.
She preps another Magisphere. It's another lightning bolt and goes, I've tried paying for it in my life. If I can take him out with me, everybody else stands a bigger chance. So unless you want to pick my ass up and carry me, I recommend you run.
It's a thing I won't. Toss the thing.
Oh, fuck. Well, I guess I'm doing this.
We'll draw his ire to us.
All right. She's gonna.
As she tosses it back, I'm gonna baseball swing it straight into where the beast is hanging out.
She like grabs Cyrus's hand and just yeet.
Okay. How does...
I wonder if we can take out the floor.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep burying him.
We're just falling down like the floors in the Aristocats.
Don't worry, beast. We're kind to animals. We'll even dig you a grave.
Raptor chewing on his head.
One on my head, one on my pauldron. Get off of me! I'm having a moment.
Well, okay, so you're doing... what are you doing with this sphere? Like, are you chucking it where he's, like, underneath the thing?
I
Underneath the
want to
rubble?
wait until he starts getting up so we can get it into his face.
Okay.
And have it go off like a grenade.
Okay.
I'm gonna
And
baseball swing it straight into his ass.
Okay. Now, is that Magisphere, is that a magic spell, or is that...
It's Fulgur again.
Okay, so it's a spell. Okay, got it. It's just you have it
Can it
flavored.
be anything other than a sphere?
Well, yeah, it's just how you have it flavored. Like, I was just trying to figure out what it was. Was it like a physical weapon? Like, what kind of damage it was? So it's definitely bolt damage. Okay.
When the beast descends on this one, he's gonna come back with a new scar and a bond of hatred to this group in particular.
Okay. So
If we survive.
okay. All right, so you're giving your speech. You do this thing with the sphere. Like, a lot of the guild leaders are still, like, their heads are ringing. They're just coming to. Lancius's brother was the only noble person to have survived this encounter. And he's not in the greatest of shape either. The beast stands, like, he gets himself out of the rubble, stands up, a little shakingly, just more just shaking off the weight than anything. He's got a big gash on him, but it's nothing that he can't handle. You launch off that sphere, the Fulgur sphere, the lightning sphere. It smashes him right in the, it goes off in his face, upper chest area, right about here, and sends him flying through the wall behind him. And this is where I'm going to spend another Ultima point. You guys get Fabula points.
Shit.
I get Ultima points. And it brings the wall down behind him. Like, it knocks that wall through. Like, he goes through it. And what catches him is that metal spider robot that you saw coming off of the ship the last time. Like, arms snap around it. It spins and shoots its rockets and just flies out. So you do how much damage to him? Because that's going to make a difference for the next time you see him.
Oh, okay. We've never had to roll one of these before, so see, it's HR plus 15 bolt damage. I'm so sorry. What is HR?
High
I
roll.
roll.
So I think you're gonna
High
roll.
roll.
I think it's insight plus insight, or insight plus willpower for an elementalist.
Trying to find it. So it's 2d8s.
Okay.
Mm. Oh, that's a d8 plus 2. How do I roll 2d8s?
Just click it twice.
Oh, okay. Nah.
Roll.
I see it.
Click another one. 6. That's 8.
There we go.
And 3. That's so 8 plus
11.
Yep. So either way, I'm having it be an auto hit because there's no way he was going to be able to defend against that the way you described setting it up. So what's it's high roll plus what?
High roll plus 15 bolt.
15 bolt. Okay. So when that goes off, like it singes off a decent layer of skin from the side of his face. You basically Batman Two-Face him right there. For the robot ends up grabbing him and shooting off. And one thing you do notice is that that design is dangerously close to one of the ones you were designing. It's not the one you're trying to hide, but it's another one of... It's based on one of your other works, and it's not as bad, but that ain't good. That definitely ain't good. So, it's not as bad as the one
She's
you're
just gonna go,
definitely trying to hide.
son of a bitch!
What do you want?
What I do?
The thing that comes immediately to your mind is the Beast and Dorian, neither one of them are smart enough, nor have lackeys on their payroll that are smart enough to build those. Which leaves very few other people in the Empire that are able to construct that. That's a short list that fits on one hand. And if any of those people are involved, what you are trying to hide is not safe, even if they don't have your book. It's not something that they're going to be able to do quickly, but it's kind of like, how soon? 5 years, 10 years, maybe. They know enough, and they can figure out enough. It's kind of like another country trying to duplicate a space program after hearing about it. So
she's gonna reach back and put a hand to the back of her neck where her cerebral port is, and she's gonna go, "I designed that. I designed that. Fuck." That shouldn't be here.
So he got
That shouldn't be
away.
here.
he got away. Valuable
Run
point
away.
spent.
Ho-ho.
Or I mean, ultimate point spent.
Well, that
It's
was
gonna be a
also
problem.
unexpected.
So
Lancius is pissed. We killed all these people, and we didn't kill Dorian or the Beast. Motherfuckers.
So wait, he's on his way flying away?
yeah, he's rocketed out of the sky.
Can I hit him one more time with a spell?
I will say you can make the attempt, but this is going to be at -2. That thing is rocketing.
In fact, I'm going to find it cuddly and cute if I can hit the thing. I want to see him plummet. I want to clip his wings as he's flying away.
Welcome to Petty University.
All right.
So,
You're trying to hit the bot, right?
I'm going to hit the bot.
Okay. That bot is higher level than you. Just FYI.
Oh,
It's not going to turn around and fight you. I'm just talking for purposes of hitting.
I just want to make it spark and hit the ground. Like, it's higher level than me, so it's not going to matter. It's not a device creature.
This is a
All right,
construct.
so I'm going to go back to hitting him.
I'm going to re-roll. I'm going to re-roll that D8.
You have fabulous points for that?
I do, but it didn't matter.
Okay. Yep. Miss all the way around. Lancius, your brother, what's his name again?
Ionthus.
Ionthus. He stumbles over to you. He's like, I can't believe you attacked the council. I can't stop what's gonna happen from happening, but run. I'll distract them for a little bit of time. I'll give you time to get out of town, out of the capital, but you're responsible for the entire council dying. You murdered the council.
The council was going to turn you guys over anyway.
And
They weren't on your team.
There's courts, there's the Senate, there's all the different legal mechanisms we could have went after the corruption. We could have.
You weren't gonna do that, and you know it. The manpower, the time, it wasn't gonna work.
Either way, whether it was successful or not, you've given the kingdom no other choice. They're going to hunt you.
Everybody else is hunting me anyway. Do you think he's not?
I can delay it, but I can't stop it.
All right. Well, thank you for delaying it. Hey, is the airship still there?
The Imperial airship is still there.
I'm gonna go hijack an airship. Who's with me?
Atlas is at the end of the pile screaming, "Get back here and fight me, you little bitch!"
In fact, you'll have your choice between two. There is the carrier that the beast took, which you'll have to do some fighting on. And then there's the cruiser that the rot had. That one's empty.
Which
Cruiser
one
it is.
Smaller and faster?
Smaller and faster is going to be the
And
rots. It's the cruiser.
We're taking the cruiser.
It's like, and it's Dorian's. A big fuck, you know.
More heavily armed
listen.
with a cargo ship.
There are some choice words that I would like to say about how good stealing this airship is, but I'll save those for after stream.
While we're heading in, I'll put a hand on Lancius's shoulder. I just want to say to him, I know this is going to be hard to deal with. I'm not going to ask you to accept what just happened, but this is war.
Albel's gonna walk over to the hole in the wall and grab Spike by the back of the head and turn him and go, "Come on, honey, we're gonna go." By Spike, Atlas, sorry, by the back of the head and go, "Come on, honey, we're gonna go steal a car." You want to go steal a car? Yeah, you do. Come on.
Lancius, your brother is going to slip you a note on the way out on the sly.
Okay. Lancius is kind of just going through the motions, getting to this ship.
Yeah, Armand is trailing with you guys. He's making his way. He jumps on the ship with you as well.
We need. I now have Albel by like the garter, and I'm holding her up in the air. The corset. I'm just holding her up in the air while she's cooing at him, and just goes, "We need to pick up Gavin while we're at it. We did leave him back at the last camp."
Can do. Well, this thing is pretty quick, but we're gonna have to move. And she's like, her little feet are dangling. She's just, okay, but we're gonna have to move relatively quickly because honestly, at this point, I know for a fact that motherfucker's gonna go back to the Emperor and he's gonna tell them exactly who attacked him, who did this to him, using a name that I haven't responded to in a very long time. So we're gonna go get him, okay? And then we need to beat feet.
Let them cry to daddy. We'll be ready.
Yeah, I hope so. We might have to stop back at my house. And she just like gets this glazed look in her eye.
Will do, but
No. I don't mean the house you've been to. Get in the car.
Although, there's something I've been waiting on for quite some time, and I haven't done it because I just can't get over my nice guy exterior.
Is it strangling me?
Close, and I punch her square in the nose.
She like stumbles back and goes, "Harder, daddy!"
On as you command, and punches her again. As she stumbles backwards, Atlas is going to look at her and go, "You can wallow in as much self-pity as you want, but you need to remember that we are family. In it
It's
together,
not self-pity! Jesus, does no one listen to me?
in for a penny, in for a pound. Doesn't matter what you're wallowing in, we wallow with you."
Then give me the pound
As
of flesh.
you two
give
are
me a butt
yelling,
cheek,
the
let's
airship
go.
just starts moving.
she's harrowing him towards it. Okay, put your ass cheek in my hand. I want my pound of flesh. Let's go.
This is a very weird time to flirt with me. I'm in the middle of chastising you. And the raptor just grabs onto my pauldron. Great, we brought them along too.
The next thing she's yelling at him is, "Honey, I'm not flirting with you until you're dead from me sitting on your face. Will you shut up and get in the car?"
Why is it still flirting? And I am in the car.
So we've been flying for 10 minutes.
I was gonna say, you're
I
flying.
will turn this into...
Cyrus
Turn this
and
airship
Lancius are just watching this like we're already in motion.
Listen, hey,
Guys, I think Aldo
you know,
might be
let him get
AI.
it
You lost the script.
And you hear the signature.
looks
Quack.
over the side. She looks over the side. "Oh, we're moving. I will turn this airship around."
What signature sound, Derek?
While you're doing that, you hear the signature quack.
The duck.
The duck.
And I think that's where we'll cut this for tonight.
That's a hell of a season 1 ending.
Well, we certainly fucked some shit up.
Oh, thanks for letting me do that.
We're talking about ass cheek holding and face sitting. Is it a hate fuck?
Yes.
Joke's
right.
on you. I'm into that.
So
you.
now we're gonna go ahead and
You'll
end-
understand when I say it after the stream.
Yep.
Anyway.
We're gonna end that stream just while I still have a Twitch account for the podcast. And yeah, we will pick this up again in 2 weeks or maybe a little bit longer. Depends on what everybody's schedules are. Since the holidays are fastly approaching, we got to figure that out. And we'll work on season 2 of this, the next part. All right. Have a good night, everybody.